Okay, so first of all, good morning. Let me just double check that all is working here, and I'm also really live on Facebook. Let me just see. Yeah, that looks. Yeah. Okay, so that is good. If you can see and hear me, I see there are a couple of viewers in there. Great. Just write me a comment, and then I'm starting slowly already here. Okay. Let me just first introduce myself. My name is Dagmar Breuling-Marie. I'm the CEO here at Funding Connection and the funding strategist. Okay, most important. Definitely for you here. And what do we do is we assist people. Good morning, lovely to see you here again. And what we do here, we assist entrepreneurs raising capital. We do that through lots of advisory, through business plans, financial forecast, feasibility study, and ding dong, I'm here. Leon, okay. Somebody in a good mood. Great, I like that attitude. Enba is here again. Good morning, Enba. Enba is one of our funding consultants who is situated in Empangeni. Because we were always asked, Dagmar, you are in Hillcrest in Durban, that is great, but we also would like to see somebody face to face. Okay? That's why we have a funding consultant all over South Africa here. So, and they are your first contact point. You have a real person sitting there. I know not for everybody is this are these Zoom calls. So, okay, Cesarine, thanks for the welcome with pleasure. Rioli Bogile, oh God, I'm sure I hope I've done that correctly. Good morning. Okay, Mfundo is there. Good morning. Great. Okay, so we have a couple of viewers in here. That is lovely. What do we want to talk today about? What do you need to cover in a business plan? Okay, I just done this morning already 2 business plan assessments. So that's always good for me because I can see where are your challenges, okay? And and then I just can highlight, okay, be careful with this, be careful with this, don't mention that. These are all the tips we are giving then our clients just to make sure. You can say Relo, okay. I'm sorry, I obviously butchered your name. Relo is fine, okay. Okay, so what you want to talk about is what you need to cover in a bankable business plan. Okay, so you as an entrepreneur, either way you want to start a business or you want to expand. You're in love with your product and service. Okay, and that is good. So there is nothing wrong with it. Yeah, just I'm always like to highlight it because lots of people say I'm straightforward and then they doubt that what they're doing is maybe correct. No, that is correct. So, but a financier wants to see the business model. What is the business model? The business model is, of course, okay, so how are you able to earn money with your business? Yeah, and that is a daily focus, what you please also all need to do. So I know there are lots of people, they say you need to love what you are doing. I agree with this. But the second sentence, I do not agree. If you do what you love, money will follow. It did definitely not work for me, I can tell you this. I would be still able to draft business plans each and every day for free. So here in South Africa. And I think I would be able to do that all over the place for free. That is not how to set up a business. Yeah? So, parts of this, what you need to do is number one is you need to be absolutely clear about your customers and your clients. And this can be B2B or it can be end users. But if you say my service or my product is for everybody, then nobody really feels targeted. I think that's the right word for it. That means you will have it really a hard time to sell it. Yeah. If you are saying we do business plans and we do them for entrepreneurs, specifically for startup entrepreneurs, and then we have two target markets. We have startup entrepreneurs, and our other target market is also existing businesses they want to expand. Yeah. So you need to be clear about it, because now I can talk about a startup business. They don't really know where to start. They have scattered information of all the different puzzle parts of a business. The biggest problem for them is to make sure that everything fits together. Yeah, and that's also part of our task, what we are doing here at Funding Connection. So you need to be clear about your target market so that you can approach them, that they understand, Dagmar's talking about me, or Cesarine is talking about me. This is what they are able to do, and I feel like they are really able to assist because they understand my pain points. Yeah. Okay, so this is the number one. The number two is, of course, Helene, good morning. Lovely that you are here there too. Number two is, of course, so now we know who we want to target. We obviously know what product or service we want to offer. Now the different parts starting. How much does it cost you to develop this one product or one service, or deliver it? So development costs are one side, but delivering it is then the other side. If you want to develop an app, you need to have a clear idea about the total investment. What do you really need? One of the business plans I just read this morning, the first sentence mentioned, we want to do a mobile clinic, and then, but later on, if they talked about the equipment, there was no vehicle included. And I thought, I don't know, maybe you want to do that with horses. So this is why this is so important, to really understand all these small little bits and pieces, because otherwise you're also confusing the financiers of mobile clinic, but you don't need a vehicle. How do you want to do that? Yeah. Megs, oh God, good morning, Megs. I shorten the names now. I hope that is okay. So you see, so you need to be clear. What is the once-off investment? What do you need really to set up your business? And then, of course, you also need to be clear about what are your running costs. You also, and you see what's the problem now? These are all numbers. And as an entrepreneur, there is no way around it. You need to feel, maybe you don't feel comfortable with numbers at the moment, but you will need to feel comfortable with numbers. Because you can't manage successfully a business if you are not in control of your numbers. Yeah? So, and I remember I had some coffee shops. I was an investor in Germany. And every year, the inflation rate in Germany is definitely not as crazy as here. I had a look at, okay, so how much do all the products cost? Is our pricing still okay? How long do we need to produce the fresh tomato mozzarella salad or the cheese and ham salad? And how much are they putting in? So is this, and I was picky with scale, and I said, okay, this is too much. You can't do this for that price. And these are your jobs now, okay? There is no way around it. If you have no control over your costs, you will fail. Yeah. The challenge is with entrepreneurs is usually that they are good at something, so let's say you are a plumber and you say, now I want to start my own business. Your service delivery, I have no worries about it. They will be excellent. Okay. Good morning. How are you? Topsa, I'm fine. Thanks very much. So if you are a plumber, I'm more concerned about the admin. Yeah. And that will obviously in most cases not be your strength. So you need to find now somebody who is managing your admin. Don't say you congratulations, you have now a new job, okay? Because if you set up somebody there who hasn't done that before, you set up yourself for failure. Yeah. Use some experienced people. I have the same thing done when I started here Funding Connection and started hiring staff. I found somebody mm, and with experience in the admin. Yeah, because then I could tell her, and on one side I could tell her this is how I want it, but on the other side I was also confident that she was able to run with it, and she did a great job. There's no questions about that. Yeah. So, okay, so now let me just recap. We know exactly all the numbers. I'm sorry. How much investment do you need? How much does it cost us to run the business, the monthly expenses? How much it costs us to produce one? You know, if you're in the service industry, how many hours does your staff need for this? Okay. For how much are you able to sell it? What are the competitors charging it? Is this still profitable for you? Is there the profit margin high enough for you? Are the profit margin because the gross profit margin is only between the selling of the product. Let's say you're selling it for 100 rand, and to manufacture it, or even to put the salad together, you know, with all the raw ingredients, is 50 rand. Yeah. And then everybody says, oh, 50% profit. No, you know, so now, because now all these other things are coming up, all your monthly expenses, salaries, wages, electricity, water, rent, marketing, you know, and then out of a sudden your 50 rand profit per salad are now down to 2 rand. That's a problem. Okay. And lots of people don't really see that, don't really understand that. That's a little bit of a challenge. Yeah. So now we have all these things. Let me just think about, and these numbers is something what most of our clients are also struggling with. We are guiding them, we are helping them, we are benchmarking it against all the other business plans we have done before. We're doing at the moment 30 to 40 business plans a month, just to give you an idea. Yeah. And we have done plenty of industries, because also for the financiers, lots of people are asking me this. Okay, for the financiers, we are focusing on the strong business model. Yeah. You need to be the expert in the first place. That's what the financiers are expecting. You are the entrepreneur. You need to have the expertise. If you don't know how to grow tomatoes, they will not give you the funding for this. Yeah. So that's also why we usually say take out any mentors if possible. Yeah. So because if you're telling me you're needing a mentor to grow your tomatoes, me as a financier would be a little bit concerned. I'm not too sure how you would feel like. You know, if somebody's asking you, yes, give me 2 million rand, I want to start my tomato farm. I'm clueless about how to do that. I will hire a mentor. But do you hear the difference? So now I want to start a tomato farm. Okay, and let me tell you, I'm clueless when it comes to these things. But I would be good in setting up all the systems. I would be good in sales. I would be good in finding the right people, you know, and I would be definitely good at managing things. The only thing what really missing is an operations manager who knows how to grow the tomato. Yeah. So, and if I now hire somebody with this experience and the expertise, out of the sudden, the full application pack for financier looks different. Do you understand the differences? Yeah. Cholo, good morning. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So the nice thing is, if I do this on my cell phone, I'm seeing all the thumbs up, and then I know you understood this, and I sometimes also get hearts, what I love. Okay, and here I can't see anything. Okay, but I see there are a couple of thumbs up, so it looks like, okay, you understood what I mean. What is the difference if I say here, this is now a mentor, because a mentor is not there all the time, or you have an expert operations manager who's full-time working for you and checking out that all the tomatoes are feeling comfortable and growing nicely. Yeah. Okay, so these are definitely, you see what we are doing here. We are really concentrating on the business model. What else needs to be in the business plan? The location. Do you want to buy the place? Do you want to rent it? How much does it cost? How many square meters do you have? Do you have electricity? Do you have access to water? Do you have water rights if it is in agriculture? Do you need to have an environmental impact assessment? Now we are talking about all the different licenses and permits. Sorry, what you may need. Yeah. Okay, so we have covered this. We now need to talk about all the staff. How many staff do you have at the moment? Okay, if you are trading already, and how many staff do you want to hire additionally after the funding comes in and you have grown or started or even started your business. Yeah. So, and that is also important, just to make sure that they know exactly who do you want to hire, how many of this position. Okay, don't say I want to hire Latifa and Sifiso and Dagmar. Yeah, I've seen that too. Yeah, it needs to state clearly what positions you have covered. And then you also need to state how much do you pay per person, and then how much is the total amount on salaries and wages. Mfundo. Okay, I don't have any experience in waste management. Will a few short courses in waste management be enough when applying for funding? Mfundo, in general, it depends on maybe what sort of waste management you want to do. Short courses, I'm not too sure, usually don't cover it. Yeah, but if you have some other experience and expertise, you were in management positions, how to, you were able to create offtake agreements. Think about your expertise. And Mfundo, I love that you mentioned this. The problem for all of us is usually that we are underestimating our expertise, because things come easy to us. So that means, like I said, so numbers is easy for me. I have a look at it, I see immediate what the problem is. People don't believe that, and I thought, what's the problem? Why can't you see this? So there's a problem, this doesn't make any sense. And they say, I've done that, it took me days and I still don't know, so that's when, that was when I was still in Germany, that's when I understood, oops, okay, only because it's easy for me, does not mean it's easy for other people. That's where you add value. Yeah. And Mfundo, I think what you need to think about it is, what are you really good at? And that's really challenging for lots of people, not only entrepreneurs, but in general. Precious. Hi, this is great. Do we have access to the video link afterwards? Precious, yes. Facebook leaves all live videos on there for 30 days. Some PDFs. Nope. We usually don't give them out at the moment. I shared a couple of business plan templates and guides in writing. I have a nice course, Precious, for 500 Rand, where I'm also, it's hands-on, so it's not that somebody who has done raised billions of rands created a course how to draft a business plan. I've done that course for 500 Rand. You find this on our website under online courses. If you can't find it, Precious, just ask my team here. And The biggest problem for most entrepreneurs is how do I get these numbers? And that is what I'm explaining in this. Yeah? Okay, so what else did we cover now? So yes, your expertise and skills. Do not sell yourself short, Mfundo. I'm sure there are other things you're really great at and good at. You just forgot about it or you are not aware of it. Yeah? And then depending on your specifically what sort of waste management you want to do, maybe you just find a partner, you know, so who has the experience and is maybe lacking your contacts and expertise in other things. Yeah? Pleasure, precious. Okay. So now we have your expertise, your skills. Think about what's relevant. And just an example. That was half a year ago. I sat in my office here and somebody wanted to start a business. I can't remember what he wanted to start, but it was something in manufacturing. Okay. And then I asked him, what is your experience? What is your expertise? He said, I have no experience in manufacturing and I have no experience in manufacturing this specific product. I said, okay, so let's see, what have you done? What are you doing at the moment? He's an accountant. You know, so admin will be perfect. Accounting, no problem. You know, no, managing this according to his numbers, no problem. It's already tick, 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 tick. You know, so, and I thought, oh, you see, you underestimated your own experience and expertise. Okay, so now let me just think about what do we have? The total investment amount, monthly cost to manufacture or produce one unit, your pricing, your staff complement, how much you're paying them. You have obviously now a good idea how much money you need. You need to have also ideas, the financial forecast with loan repayment schedule, balance sheet, income statement, cash flow statement, all these nice things. Yeah, and you need to make sure that you mention also your location, describe your product. Now the other trick is try to get offtake agreements. Yeah. Sell B2B is the easiest way to raise capital. If somebody can confirm, I will buy from you precious on a monthly basis, 1,000 unit for 1,000 rand each and every month, and they can even state, okay, this unit needs to be gold and shiny and around 500 gram, and you know, so all the specs can be on this offtake agreement. And this is in most cases the trick to success. Yeah, I am aware, please, please, please don't just say, I'm not getting any funding, I'm in hospitality, this is not possible. I know. There are retail, hospitality, there are a couple of service businesses who are selling to end users. They will have a problem. Number one is in most cases we are really creative, okay, and think about how can we overcome this. And in other cases, hey, financiers know this. You know, you as a restaurant can't get offtake agreements. You know, none of us would go now to confirm to KFC. Yes, we go to KFC once a week with 5 people and buy, I don't know what they have there even, chips and chicken nuggets or something like this. Yeah, and this would be even not really worth the paper it's written on. Yeah, so just for you to understand that. So, but also financiers are aware of it, so they just try to evaluate the business in other ways. Either way, they say it is an existing franchisor, they have the experience, the expertise. This shop is now in a mall, we can have a look for foot traffic, we can have a look what else is there, you know, so there are some franchise are more for the middle income market, other franchises are more for the high income market. So you always need to have look at that you have the right target market with exactly your product you want to offer. Yeah. Mm. Okay, anything I forgot? Let's see. Let's see. Okay, so one thing is, I'm just waiting here also for comments, but I'm still want to add here some value to you. One thing is what I'm always saying also to my team, but also to everybody else. Executive summary, please write that at the end. It's a summary of the whole business plan. You can't write that in the beginning, yeah? And it should explain what you want to do, how much money you need, maybe in short sentences, your experience, you know. So, and if you have contracts or offtake agreements in place, you should have this in the summary. But the summary is really, I don't know, a page, maybe 1.5. Yeah, it's a summary. Because I also see that lots of people then writing everything in their executive summary, and you have an idea how boring it is if you read the same information again and again and again and again. Okay, so that is not fun. So, okay. Hmm. No comments anymore. You don't have any questions. I was perfect. I can't believe this. Okay. Sipiwa. Hi, what is the importance of a feasibility studies? And it's compulsory when applying for funds. Sipiwa, thanks very much for the question. Okay. Um, so, just for you, so there is a market study. I'm just trying here to separate things so that you understand that there's a market study. The market study just concentrates on if there is a demand. Yeah? Grant, executive summary, probably the best tip. Yeah, how can you do a summary in the beginning? You don't know. You know, so it's logic. I'm sure you agree. Okay, so, and the market demand just determines, okay, are there enough customers? I've done a market demand study, I just remember that really vividly, for a client who wanted to do invest in a beauty salon and set up a new beauty salon with one of the franchisors. The franchisor said yes. She was luckily for her, she said, Dagmar, can you do a demand study? So we just had a look at competitors, what sort of people are living there. It was also a holiday destination, so we had a look, when are there people coming for holiday? And she was not happy with me because I said, I'm concerned. I don't think that there are enough clients for you to come. There were already for a small little location, 2 or 3 high-end beauty salons out there. She would also have a high-end beauty salon, and yes, like I said, she was not happy, and then called 2 days later and said, Dagmar, thanks very much, it's not what I wanted to hear, but I'm grateful. That's the market demand. Okay, feasibility study is now determined. Okay, so, and it looks at the target market, the location, and the competitors, and see, are there enough, is there enough demand? Feasibility study now dives a little bit deeper. Okay, so how much does it cost you to set up everything? Is this a profitable business? The market demand study is part of the feasibility study. It just goes a little bit deeper. How much staff do you need? You know, so staff do you need? And also thinking about all the cost per product, sales prices. We had already determined a little bit if the sales prices are suitable for the target market in the demand study. Yeah. Now we come to the business plan. Okay. The business plan usually has the demand study and the feasibility study included. But now add on is now a little bit more details also about the shareholders, their experience, their expertise, how they are able to repay the loan. Yeah, this goes in that part in there. So in most cases, it depends on the investment amount, please. We have different options also on business plans, and if it's only a 1 million rand business plan, the market demand study doesn't need to be that detailed. Then let's say for 20 or 30 million rand bed and breakfast. Yeah. I hope I was able to answer your question there. Okay. Let me just see. So it's not compulsory. CIFA and NEF, both in the tourism fund, they're usually also asking for a feasibility study later on. We've done lots of feasibility and market demand studies for them, and they're accepting our studies there. Yeah. Leon, I have a unique concept for student accommodation. No formal opposition exists. Got all in place. Land must be bond free. 1 point, raising funds to purchase land. Leon, I think yes, what you're doing here, I'm always joking, is like saying to me, Dagmar, I want a vehicle. Okay, so, but I'm not telling you all the different things I really want to do with this vehicle, you know. So if I would ask you this, you would make me happy with the Porsche, and my husband definitely happy with the what is, I'm sure most happy you would be with a Harley Davidson. Yeah. So ask my office. We can just have a look there how we are able to assist you. That is really individually. Okay, Rio. Can you advise on the best approach to acquire offtake agreements for skin products? Okay. Yes. So you would need to go, first of all, you need to think about who do you want to target. I'm not too sure. Either way, let's be honest, all the big retailers, they have lots of skincare products already in there, also from South African products. I would also think about some beauty salons, okay, and maybe also not the single ones but the franchises. Yeah. And then my advice is always, you need to have the business plan already ready. Okay, then you have a sort of company, it's sort of a pitch deck without sharing all your profits and numbers. Yeah. And then it's between a company profile and a pitch deck, something like this. We've done that a couple of times, and that is easy because then number one is you can approach a couple of people. You need to think about your target market. I don't want to make that decision for you. Yeah. And then either way, you just go to Boxer, to Woolies, and to Discam and Clicks, and see that you find they're the right person, and then you can send them these pitch decks, and then you can get into communication with them. Skin products is not that easy. Keep in mind you need to have certain tests done for it to be really able to sell to a bigger market. Yeah. Art Kojo, to what degree of detail is one's cash flow projection required, and over what period should this be projected? Okay, it depends on the investment amount. Okay, and there are some, they are happy with 3 years, others with 5 years. In some cases, the longest business finance, what you usually are able to get, is 10 years. No worries. Agriculture is a little bit longer because this makes it really difficult to repay the property in 10 years in most cases. Yeah, and then it should be quite clear for what your costs are. You know, you just can't say salaries and wages 100,000 rand a year, and then in the business plan mention I have 100 staff members. Yeah. Seen all of it, so it is really realistic comments what I'm making here. Yeah. So, and it also needs to have clear details. All the numbers what I mentioned before, how many staff do you have, what do you are paying, what are your monthly expenses? Not only we are paying 300,000 rand on monthly expenses to run my office. No, that's not how we do that. You need to have it absolutely clear. Rent, electricity, water, software, so, and I have no idea what else is in there, yeah, in your case. Matsika Farmers, good morning. From architect to city planning off to sales is of the view that my plan is very unique and a winning idea. Lovely. Okay, I'm happy to hear that. Yeah? Amanda, can you do a business plan without projections but only include future plans? And can we add CTA or CTA only works on proposals? Yes, of course. That's absolutely not a problem, Amanda. What we are trying here is we pick you up where you are stuck, So lots of people say, Dagmar, the written part, I'm easily able to do that, but these financial forecasts giving me headaches. So we do only the financial forecast. You may not need the financial forecast either way, Amanda, you have done it. Or you say, you know what, I know who I want to approach, we don't really need them at the moment. That's fine too. Yeah? Okay, Leon, yes, lovely. Kaiser, I do not, morning. If, for instance, I do not have a good market, a target market, like not sure whether my residential units will be occupied at all times, can I write an alternative in the business plan of using the units as a bed and breakfast when they are not occupied? Thanks. Okay, so I wouldn't do this. I would either do the one or the other. If you want to do rental property, you always need to calculate that one or two of your units are not rented out at any given time. It depends on, that's why you usually say having only 2 or 3 units is a high risk. If you have 50 units and you don't get any rental income for 2, that's okay. You can cover this. It will not break your business. Having now 2 different target markets, and now you're offering this, let's say on booking.com, bed and breakfast. Now I'm booking, and now somebody else says, you know what, I want to rent it from tomorrow, and then you need to tell me, so sorry Dagmar, I have now a tenant, you can't come and use this bed and breakfast because I double booked. I would be concerned. There may be some ways to get around this, okay, but my first idea would be I would be concerned. And for financiers, they say, what do you want to do? You don't trust your own idea? Real, okay, pleasure. Okay, so 38 minutes later. Lovely. I hope this was definitely helpful. You get a little bit of an idea what you need to take into consideration. I always remember my first business plans, and I have done, and it really took me a long time because I had no idea what the financiers really wanted from me. Okay, did I get this right later on? Yes. I've done a couple of business plans, and also 1 or 2 for my parents, and the bank, the bank easily financed, the other idea the bank would have financed, but my parents got a little bit scared. It was a big amount at that time, and so they said, the idea is good, I can see the bank believes in it, but I think for us it's a little bit too much out of our comfort zone, and that's fine too. Yeah. So these were my first experiences with drafting business plans, and now we are here 35 years or something like this later. Don't tell anybody. Okay, so I hope this was helpful. If you need any support regarding your own business plan or parts of the business plan, feasibility studies, market demand studies, we are here for you. just contact us. The easiest way to contact us is either way on Facebook, Facebook Messenger, and the other way is definitely via our website, fundingconnection.coza/contact. Okay, so there is, when you go onto our website, there's a button coming up where you are also then WhatsApp us, so that is great. Okay, Leon again. Can one get finance for the land as the finance for development is basically in place? Not a bond loan. I have no idea, Leon. Okay, so I would really need to have a look at what you want to do there. And maybe also the requirements for your setup is that you have equity in this deal, and that's why they say you need to finance the land or find an equity partner to buy the land for you. Helene, pleasure. Okay, so I'm wishing you an unbelievable, successful week. And either way, we see us in between if you book one of my consultations or meetings. Otherwise, we are seeing us definitely next week, Monday morning. There's a public holiday, I think, on Friday. So, but yeah, there will be definitely Monday morning another webinar. Greg, thank you for the informative session. It was a pleasure. Okay. Anthony is also saying thank you. Thanks very much for joining me here this morning. I'm sure you see that I'm always having fun with this. So I like this interaction, getting some questions thrown at, being able also to inform you, educate you, sharing all my knowledge, what I gained here over the last 15 years, also here now in South Africa. Okay, pleasure, Leon. Take good care. Bye.